Good morning, everyone. Sorry, my mic was muted there. It is 7:28 in the morning on this Wednesday, 18th day of April, and I have another foot of snow outside my house. Blech. Silly, weird, odd, strange weather going on all over the place. Give me one sec here. There we go. All right. Looking at our markets and our trades from yesterday. Looking at those signals. Okay, so our first trade that we were discussing yesterday was we wanted to go short with the pound dollar at 43.31. That was yesterday. And we did that early in the morning, and that has been very successful. That's been over 100 pips of movement. Actually, almost 150 pips of movement if you don't count this pullback that we're experiencing. So, very nice trade. We're looking maybe to add again to this, depending how much higher we go. Depending how you want to look, and from what swing, the 50% retracement is either up here at the 42.38, or it's we're looking at this fib level here at 42.62. Probably more than likely. Could look at both.
Here again is
Fox Business playing in the background. So there is that. We'll see what kind of pullback we do here, and then we may add to that, which would be nice. Okay, and let's see. Looking at our other trades, we have the dollar yen. I want to go long at 107.08, which we did get yesterday. That is still active. We are finding support right now on this arc, and we're continuing to kind of follow it. We're going to continue to watch to see what happens here. We have been basing for quite a while up top here. Really finding the 107 area to be a good support zone so far, and no reason why we shouldn't see that hold up and continue to hold up. Then we had a short on the euro at 123.6. Obviously, that one did play out a little bit yesterday, but then we've just kind of rallied back up into value. Very choppy trade, the euro, very kind of undecisive. We may be entering another short area here. Looking at the hourly, we're sitting at 123.90. We probably wants to test 124, but really we're going to have to see how. This has been a pretty strong resistance area. We'll see how much conviction there is on the Euro Bulls part. Let's see, now looking at the New Zealand dollar. We wanted to go short yesterday at a break and hold. Where were we? 17th. Yeah, we wanted to go short at a break and hold of 73.33, which we did get. We got a really nice break of that. Actually came all the way down to 73.08, and now it's just kind of pulled back a little bit. It has found support here, so actually we have a pretty good area. If we want to look at entering a short again, we can wait till 73.11. And then there's a lot of open space down below here. I want to look at our 144 Gann square of 90 here. And let's take a peek at the pound as we're sitting here. Oops. Undo that. Okay, so taking a peek at the pound and looking at how that has moved. Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to take a look at the Aussie dollar. We had a short on the Aussie dollar yesterday as well, at 77.68, which is really where we're just sitting at right now. So because that was a break of this angle here. It looks like we've come back up. If this fails to test, I mean, if it fails to move higher, if it fails to test this angle, actually you can see it better over here. If it fails to hold above, fails to get this arc, then we'll continue to probably hold this. Otherwise, there's not a lot of risk to holding it. Heck, structurally, lots of evidence for a bounce that we experienced there. But we should continue to watch this and see how it moves going forward here. And now let's take a peek back at the 144. And clearly, I have to drag another square over here. I want to make sure that that is right on the daily and not, okay. So, yeah, we're really just kind of passing through these zones, really not having any clear up or down. So if there is a down move, if we do fail this angle, it's going to be pretty sharp move down. So we'll keep our eye on this. Looking at the New Zealand dollar, we can see that it fell through this angle. Actually, this is a trend line that we fell through. But we have fallen below this angle and this angle, and so where's the next angle that would be tested as support? It's down here. So that short is still something that we should look forward to. If you're still in it, cool. If you're not, you're waiting for that other entry. That's cool. Let's look at the dollar yen. So the dollar yen is sitting at a key area as well, because we are approaching this angle here. We don't want to break below it. We do need to break above this one. We are in supportive buying on the composite index. We actually have some hidden bullish divergence. That's when you have higher lows in price, but lower highs in the oscillator. Sorry. Yeah, higher lows in price and lower lows in the oscillator. That is an example of hidden bullish divergence. So we should actually expect to see prices rebound from here and move higher. The pound dollar catching a bit of a bid from a huge move down, which we were expecting, and we should continue to see some movement here. We just want to get in on a re-entry here. Looking at the 50% retracement of this move. Notice how when we broke this angle, it did fall through to test. And so we're looking for another opportunity to break another angle for some further movement down. And we are moving up here steadily, and what we are getting a little, if we look at lower time frames, we're getting a little extended, little exuberant on this rise, and we are approaching that. Oops, that's not what I wanted. We're approaching that 50% retracement, so this is going to be an issue of where we want to short rallies in the pound because of this very, very extended, massively divergent pound dollar pair. So ideally, we would like to see prices move back up to 142.44 or even 142.61. We would like to get, see if we watch the Ichimoku here. Really, I mean, the 50% retracement is right on the conversion line. So, you know, this is not a bad area to get short. So we could even add to these shorts. At 142.4. Yeah. All right. We have all the conditions for being short because we're below the cloud. We have the lagging span below the cloud, price and the conversion line and baseline are both below the cloud. And so, you know, a retracement was expected because of this, you know, significant thrust down. So we really needed to see some type of pullback. And now we can re-enter these shorts here pretty soon. Alternately, we could say 1.426. All right. The euro. Now the euro has broken above this angle, except it's showing a little weakness here, and so we want to be careful about entering shorts right around here. We do want to look at entering shorts below here. Okay, so really we can be looking to add shorts at 73.81. What did I say? EUR USD short at 0.7381. Sweet. That's that level to look at. Because the hourly closes in about 20 minutes here, so keep an eye on that. Let's take a peek at the US dollar, Canadian dollar. It is certainly basing out here, looking at it from a different perspective. We are right on top of the first, this is called the, and this is a 7/8 inner, but in relation to where it fell through the 2/8 here, this is considered our first oversold condition. So this is our first oversold condition, and you know we can see evidence of that because price is it's just kind of resting at this level and not really showing a large amount of further downside pressure. Structurally, there is a lot of buying opportunity in here, so if we want to be a little risky, we could certainly, I gotta extend these time frames out here, don't I? We could certainly add didn't want to do that. That's what I thought. We're right on a pivot. A long here is actually a really good idea. So it's on the 8 hour. Oh, yeah. Yep. 1.2565 long. Got my long entered there as well. Okay, and let's see. Let's look at the euro pound. Ooh, look at that. A lot of strength on that euro pound. Holy cow. Really, that's related. Looks just to the inverse of what the pound dollar looks like. Now we're looking a little top heavy up there. Certainly that is going to experience some pullback. quite a bit probably. Yeah, kind of gotta retrace this entire down move. Not really interested in participating in this guy right now. Let's not deal with him. Aussie dollar, US dollar, want to see some further breakdown in price, which we might be observing, which is good. New Zealand dollar. Yeah, we might be entering a really nice thrust down shortly. Where are we at? New Zealand dollar, NZD, USD. Yeah, even based on the 1 hour, yeah, we're well below this. Yes, angles all the way down there. Dollar yen. Dollar yen really needs to get up above here. Really needs to get up above. We don't really want it to. Well, I mean, it could trade sideways. If we're long the dollar yen, I mean we could really enter this in here. And the risk is really limited to this angle here or below this below this baseline maybe, because I mean we want to be long certainly, because we're long biased in the dollar yen. If you remember on the long term look, we are very biased to the long side. Now if we end up trading sideways, that's okay. That's okay to break through this angle here trading sideways, because it's not really indicative of price weakness. This is just when prices move through an angle horizontally or mostly flat, then that's not generally a big deal. Because of what it would do, it would give us a lot more, a lot stronger entry if prices are trading within this value area all the way over to this angle here. Because if it broke above this, then we have really like just blue skies in front of us. All right. Now taking a look over at pound dollar again. What do we have going on? Wonder if we'll see some stalling out in price here or not. We'll have to see. But we have those entries there just in case. And the euro dollar. It is looking a little heavy up here. And as we're getting into the New York session, really want to watch how we trade this structure here. If we look at this on the daily, breakout above here would be pretty bullish. But if we continue to see some, power behind the dollar index, we may be in for a big bull trap here. Because we're really consolidative on the daily here. We're really we're getting into a tight range. If we put the Bollinger Bands on, we can tell that we are in a bit of a trading range between these Bollinger Bands. And we're more elevated in the composite index than usual. Certainly hitting these 80 here is not, giving a whole lot of support to higher prices, but again, we just really want to watch this area closely. Switching back over to the pound dollar, it is shedding a little bit more off. Yep. So just keeping our eyes on this. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of news coming out right now either on a Wednesday. It's just oil, then the British news, retail sales later on this afternoon. Um, Not seeing a whole lot of big, monstrous activity in front of us here. We're just kind of in the doldrums of the day and watching these markets do their thing. The gold trade is really haven't. I mean, I've been watching gold, haven't really like found anything to suggest let's take a trade on it. There's been a couple, but nothing really mind-boggling or eye-opening. So really not looking to take a trade on the in gold at all yet. I think our best trades are going to be, if we get if we get selling through this angle on the euro dollar, and then if we get if we can get back up to 142.41 or 142.60, that would be great. Those would be great pullbacks to short again on. We'll have to see though. And then the dollar yen, we really want to see it drive up higher here. We really want to get above the cloud, get price above the cloud and the lagging span above the cloud. Then we're in a field of green territory as far as being long the dollar yen is concerned. And the New Zealand dollar still doing its thing. Aussie dollar showing a bit of pump up here. Gold really influencing this drive up. And let's see what else. Euro pound doing its thing here. US dollar, Canadian dollar. It's huffing and puffing here. not doing a whole lot of anything at the moment. Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to keep a look on these trades. It's not a very exciting morning right now, except with the throw up in price of the pound dollar. Otherwise, we've just got some markets that are going to have some nice setups here pretty soon. Looking like we're going to get some nice counter trend moves. Looks like there's a few traps forming here on some of these pairs. So keep your eyes out on those. And probably a little short session today, but definitely tomorrow there'll be more trades to look at and more entries and opportunities, because right now we are just kind of sitting. What happened with the pound over yesterday and then overnight, it certainly seems to have a lot of things just kind of moving in a range for a little bit. Nothing really showing strong direction one way or the other. So just keep your eyes out on that, and we will talk with you guys tomorrow. So have a good trading day. We had a good trading day yesterday, and hope you don't get any snow like I've gotten. We'll talk with you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.